ever since the embarrassing 138-111 loss against the Clippers, the Suns have now reeled off 6 straight wins, taking down the Lakers 127-109, the Trailblazers 127-116, the Kings in a comeback 119-117, the Pelicans 123-109, a very dominant game by Devin Booker, and then back-to-back 40-point games from Kevin Durant, 117-110 against the Pacers, and another come from behind 115-113 against the Bulls, and that now makes 9 straight games against the Bulls that the Suns have won. And again, 6 straight games since the Clippers lost. And this team is crediting that Clippers game to why the defense has gone up. That's the big thing. The introductory use of the death lineup is a big thing, of 4 guards, 4 3-point shooters, and Kevin Durant at the center. The biggest reason why they won that game against the Kings is Kevin Durant playing great defense, going up to the coach and saying, hey, give me this guy. Give me Domantas Sabonis, a guy that is bigger, stronger than me, and let me take him. And in the fourth, they made that decision, and the death lineup, as they call it, helped win the game. All of this is fantastic. Better defense, guys getting hot. Grayson Allen, he is on fire. I'm learning to like him more and more, and it's just fantastic. I would like to see more cutting to the basket. And you know, Frank Vogel said as much. They got to get better at that. They got to play better defense. They're still having a rough go in the first and even fourth quarters, but a lot of the games that they won lately have been great fourth quarters, and it's been good. The main thing that I wanted to get on here, it's been a while since I podcasted, but life has been crazy. I want to talk about the road trip that the Suns are about to take on. Tomorrow night, it starts a East Coast road trip with the exception of the Mavericks. That's tomorrow. They have the Mavericks. Then they go to Indiana on the 26th. And then they have a back-to-back, the 28th and 29th, against the Magic and the Heat. So they go from Indiana down to South Beach, pretty much, and on a back-to-back. Then, a couple days later, they go all the way up to Brooklyn. And I don't know about you, but I've never driven the New York and Florida border. And I know these guys ain't driving, but that flight is not easy. Then to begin the month of February, they go back down to Atlanta from Brooklyn on the 2nd. And then after a couple days off, they go back up into the eastern part of the country to our nation's capital to finish off the road trip again against a albeit easier opponent, a 7-35 Wizards team, but the NBA schedule makers do the Suns no help making these schedules. It's like they don't even look at a map, and it's dumb. Again, I don't know about you, never driven the Atlanta and Washington, D.C. border. Why? Because it doesn't exist. And if the Suns can take these next couple of games against this in this road trip and come back home, they don't come back home until the 6th against the Bucks. So even when they come back home, they have a hard opponent to face. That is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games in, I want to say, was that 9-10 days or something like that. A brutal road trip. But I think it will only improve the connectivity of this team. And like I said, these guys, they're growing more and more. I think this is the team that we were promised so far. And I don't expect them to win the next couple of games on this road trip and continue the streak. But they could. I don't expect them to. It's tough. A tough road trip. Probably the toughest road trip to date up to this point. So it's something to be excited about. And I know I am. And hopefully they come out as victors. I will get back on the pod probably, let's see, I want to say tomorrow after work probably. But I didn't really have time to really get into a whole lot. But please continue to like, follow, subscribe on Big Sky Sports Talk, at Big Sky Sports Talk, here on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Like and follow the pages. And then you can find the podcast on Spotify, Apple, Google, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, just a couple of different places to listen. So I appreciate the support. Had a couple of things I wanted to say and a couple of things I wanted to focus. But these guys are getting together and playing really well. And I just can't stop thinking about Kevin Durant's double pump in midair, changing his shot in midair to pretty much win the game last night was incredible. And like I said, it can only get better. And that death lineup with 4 guards, 4 3-point shooters, 5 including Kevin Durant at the center is good stuff. But sorry I haven't been out there on the pod, but I will get back to it as soon as life calms down. I appreciate guys listening and following and liking and commenting and doing all those things. Thanks for your support.